Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Hold on, my phone's going on about everything right now. Probably telling me that I'm live. Yes, phone's telling me that I'm live. Great. Did I even turn on my microphone? I think I did. Okay. Good evening, everybody. So, how's everybody doing? Let me just quickly check some things. Someone said that did I make a quick typo in? Oh yeah, I did. Did make a typo in the title. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. And done there. And then we also just updated here over. Let's see. I've actually never tried to update a live stream mid after it started on YouTube. Let's see if it handles that. It should. It looks okay. Okay. There we go. Thanks for the heads up. So who do we have here today? Let me see. I can see Chris. I can see Bounty Stickman. Read set data. Recycle this here. Timter, Mark, Donkelora, good evening everybody, after hours. That ninja with a, is that the Ace Ventura reference? Beautiful. Nerdy, D-Dweller, Pat, what do we have over on Twitch? We have also reset data, oh, these are both platforms. Must watch all the live streams. Tenerin, I think. Yeah. And Commander Fleming. Hello, Fleming. Will it include Neutron Planner? Okay, you're getting ahead of everything right now. RABF, RF, I don't know. You're getting a little bit ahead here. I'm gonna start by getting everybody up to date. And then we're gonna talk about what it's going to include. Dongelora says, Beetlejuice is brightening up again. Supernova is delayed. Not necessarily, but okay. Oh, scroll. Oh, chat is passed. Yes, rest of this. Give all the views. Okay, guys. So, the plan for today is to begin working. I've actually done a lot of the work already because I wanted to see if this was even feasible before I began even working on it. Carlos mock today? Yes, you're right. It is Carlos overseeing our code project today, so it will be. It's sure to be a be working then. So. Plan for today is to begin working on the multi-route stop planner, which I did a while back in like a desktop version, but I'm gonna port it over to JavaScript so I can run it off the home page, which has first of all, the JavaScript you're seeing today is some of the very first JavaScript I've ever written. I've been working a lot in JavaScript at all. This is very new to me, new language, but we're learning. And it's fun. It's very graphical, very GUI thing, which is something I don't usually do a whole lot of. But before we start, I just want to get everybody up to speed with what exactly it is we're trying to build. This is the original multi-stop route planner that I built. And what you can pretty much do is I could search up a system to say I want to go to Shinrata Desra. And I could add that as a waypoint. There we go. And it also has like common locations, so if say, oh, I need to go and visit a few engineers, I need to visit Farseer, it puts the system she's in there. I need to visit Palin, let's put him in there, and let's say, oh, I by the way also want to make a stop at Dab's Hope, and I also want to make a stop at Jameson's Crash Cobra. Let's just put those in there, like so. JavaScript, we are doomed. Yes. It's okay. But that's the whole point of it. You can put routes in here. Then I could say, oh, I want to start in Shinrata Desra, and I also want to come home. That's going to be where I'm going to stop. And then I could click this optimize route. You can see right now, as I've set the systems right now, actually to make this a little bit more fair, let's add Shinrata Desra again. So here, now I just have a simple route. This is start, this is end. now I have a simple route here, and it is 875 light years in just the random order I added them. If I click the optimize route here, and it says, oh, are you sure you want to optimize this? Because if you do, you will lose the ordering you already have. You click yes, and then it reorders the list so that in this case, we lose around 100 light years of flying, because it just reordered the list very quickly. And now I can click here if I want to go, and now I have Senior to Desra in my clip holder, or I can click here on this one, and I would get Arc in my clip holder, and I can copy and paste that into the system. And you can see here, I can open a route, I can save them, so I can save them to my, if I have a lot of stops and I only manage to go through half of them, or I want to share a route between people, I can do that there. But that's pretty straightforward. That's all it does, and I think, yeah, thank you, Don Laura, already posted a link for it. You can download this version right now. It's open sourced. As you can see, you can just go into the lib folder, and you can go ahead and you can just open up all the files. You can see what they do if you want to. And that's all it does. It's just basically a traveling salesman algorithm that solves this and is ported into Elite. Quite neat. I like it, and I'm using this from time to time, especially when I'm doing longer trips where I have to have multiple stops, and I want to loop around, come back where I came from. In that case, it's nice to be able to just have this optimize the route for me, so I know I go and I save a little bit of jumping. Yeah, but the plan is to port this over to something we can run in a browser. Obviously, running a PowerShell script in a browser is not ideal. We want something that's a little bit more compatible. So just because I've never tried it, I decided to sit down and teach myself to write JavaScript. And I've done that, and I've actually cheated a bit and prepared some of it from home. Now, first of all, before we start, this is what I've done so far. Forget about styling, forget about the layout, forget about all that stuff. I know right now it's like if I go full screen, it looks really odd with that thing all the way over there and this one here, and if I like rescale it, there are some things that's not like optimal. Like you can see how it like, yeah, it's not ideal. It could be better. Going for traveling salesman in number of jumps number of light years or number of jumps given the jump range. That may be different. Yeah, I've gone for just light years because it's easy. Because calculating the number of jumps between two systems is a lot more difficult. Would said browser be mobile compatible? I would think so, yeah. I hope I can make this, I haven't tested it yet, but that's when I come to the whole style setup of it and begin to actually set that. I'm hoping I can make it mobile compatible. It's a good question. Ideally, I mean, I would hope that this would be something people could load up on their phone or a tablet, so even if they're playing on console, they would still be able to like have that like on a tablet next to them and sit and set up their systems and you're off to the races. Okay, but that's the plan. Now, what I've done so far is just some very basic interface. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, by the way. And you can see I've set up a table, and again, right now I still have a border on so I can see what it's doing with rows and where everything is at. And again, as I said before, forget about the styling of this now. I just took like a sample style sheet and just plugged that in there just very quickly. So don't worry about the styling, don't worry about the layout. Right now we are focusing 100% on functionality, and once we get the functionality down, then we'll begin to work on the styling. I'm not sure we're going to do styling today. If I can get the whole thing working today, I'll be glad, but I'll show you what I've already done. So in here you can see I have a search where I can go system name, and I can search for systems. and it will come with suggestions. And this is very snappy. And this is actually I'm really happy with this, like how quick this is. I just want to show you what it's actually doing, because I think that this amazes me, to be honest. If we go in here, we can see that we have, should I zoom in a bit? What's the zoom in? We did this last time. View, word wrap, render white spaces. How do I increase text size in this? Hold on, give me a second. Visual Studio Code. Increase text size. Pressing Control plus Shift P and typing settings will allow you to easily find the... Oh, okay. Control plus. I don't think Control plus is... Yeah, see, the problem with Control plus is it's the whole UI. Let me just check here. Hold on. I'm trying to keep up on chat. Not your problem says, if you guys need help with styling and format, let me know. I have a style sheet for the homepage that's going on already, so as soon as I plug it in over there, the whole styling should be updated. And other than that, it's just setting up all those things so that it looks like. I think I'll manage. Again, this is a learning thing. Files, settings, search font. Okay, files, settings. I have preferences, settings, font. It is a font size. Here we go. So let's crank that up to something bigger. Is that better? I think that's a little better for you. It's quite big for me. So that usually means it looks better on live streams. You always want quite big text on live streams, I think. Now, okay, so I have an input, the system name, and that is the system name autocomplete function. And if there are people in the chat who are more, as I said at the beginning, first JavaScript ever, so I'm probably doing something wrong. I don't normally do front-end stuff like this, but here we go. System name autocomplete. What you can see this thing does is quite simply go out and it reads what is in the... isn't this the one? Yes, this is the one. It reads what you have been writing in the text field already. Then it builds a search query towards a EDSM, and it runs a get command. So it basically runs out live as you're typing, gets information directly from EDSM, and fills out the autocomplete form. So when I begin to type in, like, there we go, and it only comes with I'm limited to only show 10 results, because it would only begin to autocomplete after 3 letters, and it would only show 10 results at a time, so we don't end up having a list with like 200 systems, because if I search for hydro sector, that's going to be a lot of systems. Or if I search for col, C-O-L, it will also show up a lot of systems, like thousands of them. And I don't want to have a list too long. That's why I'm just limited to just 10. It's just taking like top 10 that shows up. And it seems like it's ordered alphabetically. But that is that. But what I want to work on today is, there's a lot of other stuff. Let's just show what it can do already. So I can take a system. Let's just take Shinrata Desra, and I can add that system to the list over here. And I also have made a list of common locations where you can see we have all the engineers listed. We have Dav's Hope, Jameson's Cobra, as well as the crashed Anacondas are all here. And as, of course, just as with the other tool, you can go in, you can select engineer, and you can add, there we go, you can add that system as well. And that seems to work quite fine. I've added simple radio button so you can choose if you want a system to be your designated start system. Same with your end system. That seems to work quite well as well. You can copy a system name. System 4. You can click copy on that one, and I get system 3. So that just sends the system name to your clip holder. And of course, you can remove individual systems. If we reload it, I have some default systems in here I'm using for testing, or you can just clear the list completely. And you can see here, as we do this, if I begin to add some systems here, you can see here, oh, route length is here twice now. Something is not right. What? Okay, something is messed up. Let me just find the script that updates the route length. Add system, click. Get route length. Let me see what's wrong here. So we are getting select system table. That's the table that we see over here. That's this table here. And we set the route length to 0. Table rows. We select all the table rows. And we start at row 3 because we have a few header rows here. We're going to skip those. Are this not 0 indexed? Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, of course. So I'm starting at this row actually, because I'm constantly calculating the distance from the previous system to the next system. So I'm skipping the 2 headers and the first row. So I'm calculating distance between this system and this system, then between this system and this system, this system, this system, this system. Okay, that makes sense. So that's why we're starting this 0 indexed. Right? 0, row 0, 1, 2, and 3. Yes, that's right. Loop over all the roles. We get the previous system. See, there we have I minus 1. So we get the previous system X, Y, Z position. We get the X, Y, Z position current system. We calculate the route length, and we add the route length, and then we just run through the table and we return that. But why is it then updating the wrong thing? So when does it do this? Hold on. If I add a system, just refresh this. If I just add a system, add. Okay, then it creates a new one. Oh, is that because I added a header to it? I added a header just before the stream to make this. Oh, I've probably messed that up then. Remove click. So here we have the one, when we click the remove button, it gets the double parent node. That's the table row, right? Because the parent node, why is it double parent? How is this constructed? Yeah, of course. So the parent, the node itself is the input. The parent is the table element, the cell, and the parent is of course the and it's of course the table row. So that's right. So we get this table row, and then we get the p element, which is this one here. Get element by ID route length. ID route length. var route length is, we get the route length from the function we just looked at, and we update the inner HTML. So what happens if I add a header? Oh, hold on. I probably also messed this up. I need to close that one there, and then I need to close it here as well. Will that do it? So it doesn't. It should override it now. So if I remove a system, nope. It still creates a new one. That is really weird. So what happens if we remove the header thing? Will that do anything? Update that. See, now it updates. Now it updates correctly, but as soon as I add a header, like so, it gets all messed up. So just doing that, that's really weird. Okay, you know what? I'll fix that later. I'll figure out why that's worked. It's probably some. Maybe I can just set it in the style here, so I don't have to set it in there. That may be a little bit. I don't know. But do we still have, what was the guy's name who was here just before? The not your problem. So you said why use on click? I don't know. Let's see. All the examples I found, that was it seems the most intuitive way to do this. Not sure if that's the right way, but the tutorials and Stack Overflow seems to be of the way they did it. But okay. Instead of nesting them, then just go H3. Can I do that? You think that will work? Give it a go. Oh. So you're saying just go with that thing there. Like so. That may actually work. Yay! Way to go, Donglora. Okay, not sure if it should be a 3 though. It looks a little too big, maybe. Let's go 4. Let's try to make it a little bit less aggressive. I'll fine tune this later. Again, this is just styling and I don't want to deal with that right now. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yes, probably still. Thank you. Okay, what I want to do next though is yes, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a button, like I was thinking out here, that we could use to optimize the route. So I was actually thinking just taking this. Whoa, what happened? There we go. Let's try that again. Gonna take this whole thing and just copy that down there. Style with 50% float right. And in that view, we're just gonna go up. We're gonna take the clear all button that we had up here earlier, which is add button. Is it further up, the clear? Here we go, clear all. Web design was your day job. Okay, so you're probably better at this than I am. And we're gonna add an input and let's call this the optimize route button. Value optimize route. And we're gonna call this function optimize route click and end the do. Like so, and that should add a button over here. Yay! We probably need some. This could use some padding though. It's very. Why is this not being padded just like this one? Okay, that styling, we'll figure that out later. Is this for your own site? Yes, it is. Optimize route. Okay, so next up we just need to make the optimize route function. And I know it's probably bad to have this many script blocks. I could probably make do with just one script block, but I'm making a ton instead. I can never remember. Is it just function? Yes, so we just go. Oops, let's just go with small f. One thing I've learned though is JavaScript is crazy with its case sensitivity. I mean, it's not even funny. Just if you messed up the casing just in just one place, it will just not work outright. It's so picky with its casing. Okay, now we need to begin to figure out what on earth or how on earth are we going to the current padding came from H. Okay, so the padding cub is updated from H4. Okay, I might have to add some custom padding to that. Again, forget about styling. We don't care about the styling now. I'll fix all that later on. For now, all we're gonna do is just to check. Okay, should we just quickly check if this button is actually working? So if we just in here, just get that route length thing. This is a test. Okay, so now let's update that. I should click here and this should update to this is a test. Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, so it's capturing the function. That's at least a good start. Okay, how are we going to do this? Let's think about it. So I think I want to do this in two main steps. First, I want to check if the user has selected any start and end systems. And if the start and end, if there's a start system, we're gonna move it to the top. That's the first step. Oh, we should keep track of which IDs we should. Yes. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna need the table. Obviously, we're gonna need a handle for the table. Select system table, and we can get the length of that. Let's get the table rows. That's probably a good one to have as well. And we're gonna have the bar. Let's call this start row, and let's set that equal to What ID are we going to start at? We're going to start at ID 012. And we're going to set the var end row. Actually, it's called end row ID, so it's a little bit clearer what we're doing. And we're going to set that to table roles dot length -1, because it's 0 indexed, so we're going to subtract 1, like so. And you know what? We're just going to keep having our debug thing down here. Let's just try that. See what start row it sets. Start row is 2, and end row. Oops. Is 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yeah, I'll comment this later. I'll make sure this is well commented just for my own sake, because I know who's going to bug fix it later. I have comments right here. I don't see a problem. Feel someone to extract optimize route to a separate class. No, we'll figure that out. Okay, so now we have the start and end row. So the first thing I want to do, should we actually begin to actually comment this? Check for user start system and move to the top. Okay, next up we're gonna check for user end system and move slash is called copy to the end. So what we basically want to do, this is the first 2 steps we want to go through. We want to check if the user has set any start system other than none, obviously. And if they have, we want to move that start system up to the top. Next, we want to ensure, next we want to check if they've set a end system. And if they have, we're going to move it to the end. But if the start and end system is the same, so if you are in, let's say, this situation here, we will have to copy the second system down at the bottom and add it as a new row. Okay, but I start by just taking the start row and move it up to the top. So question is, I have rows. Could I do something with the I'm wondering if I can index, if I could just get the index where yes, I should be able to. Hold on. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out here is I want to find this, and I want to find a table row ID where this check mark is set, right? So I want to be able to find that. I just want to find the function that actually inserts. So we're going to find not the copy click. I want to find the add system here, add system click. Yeah, here we go, add system. So in this thing here, we're waiting for the state to get yes. We can write an alert. New row, insert cell, Here we can see how we can build a new row. So we can copy that for later. Oh, can you get a list of radio buttons? Hold on, could I just, because this list has been named start list, end list, could I query that list directly? Yeah, I can do that, Dongalore, if you want a header. I have a head here though. Ah, the table header. But I have already T head here on the rows. And this will plug into, I know that this may not be the prettiest way to do it, but this will plug into the other style sheet I already have on the site. T head above the TR. Ah, yeah, okay. But if I do that, I need to make sure that this is going to work with the style sheet I already have. Like what you're suggesting is, maybe suggestion thing, you add the T head table header around the header and the T body around the entries. Then you could use the T body as a selector and you have only the TR, the table rows within the table header. So basically you want to add a T head there and then have it go until there, right? Where we then start the T body like so, and have that go all the way down there, like so. Question is if everything is still working now. If I remove something, that still works. What if I add a system? Let's just like try to remove everything. Shinra to Desra. Let's add that. Let's add Sol. It still calculates the route. Is that right? That seems about right to me. Let's add Dad's Hope. Oh well, seems to be working. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, but let's so now you which one is it where we actually do indexing into this thing? Hold on, but why did that not mess up our clear all, copy, remove, add system, get route length? So I need to document query selector, table ID, table body should so okay, hold on, let me just try this. We're just gonna try this for fun here because that's actually quite neat if that works. So you're saying that table rows, what you're saying is I could just whoa, nope, that's not what I wanted. What the hell? Optimize. There we go. If I just comment that out. Oh, no. No. No! God damn it! Stop it. Do I need? I don't need the hashtag, do I? Do I need the hashtag? I don't think I do. So you're saying I should be able to do that? That's a class. Okay, so I need the hashtag. So you're saying if I do that, that should only select the table body from that table. Let's try it. Nope, it's not working. Shinrata Desra. Sol. How many elements can you have? There will only be selected one. That will only select one element. Oh, this selects the table body. Ha ha ha, hold on. Yes, this selects the table body. So I need to go dot rows, I guess. Crew selector all. Hold on, let me just quickly try this if I need the dot rows on. I think that might be it. Nope. Crew selector all. Nope. Like so. Nope. Still not working. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the crew selector, how that works on a table body. Does this return the table body element? I would assume so. So we would need dot rows, right? On it. Just like you need here. Like before, we would select the system table node. So this one. And I selected rows to get all the table rows. Now we're selecting the table body. I need my indenting is wrong here now. And I need rows to get all the table rows as individual elements. Is that right? But if that's the case, why is this not working then? Because that should update when I remove a system. Getting sidetracked again. Okay, time to Google stuff, I guess. Let me see. Go matches P. Yeah, okay, so limited, just to get you updated on what it is I'm trying to do here. Basically, each of these systems, this is just defaulted because I just added some temp systems. But when I hit the remove on a row, it removes the row. But as you can also see here, it gets this text block down here. And it calls a function here get route length that then updates based on the table. It updates the route length. Oh, but is that font still working now? Hold on, route length, get route length might not be working. Hold on. Oh, this is get route length. Yeah, so you can see when I click the remove, it calls get route length that then returns the length of the route that's currently in it. And you can see the tables here. I've just added their coordinates here being 0, 0, 0. So they are all just spaced out along a straight line with 100 light years in between. So when I click when I remove one of the systems, it should update. It should update this down here. I can actually show you what I'm aiming for here. That should be actually quite simple. I'll just comment that out and comment that in. Like if I update this now, see if I remove this. Oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? Okay, guys. You know what? I'm gonna leave this one here as a comment, and then we're gonna comment this one out again. Oh, can't I comment out up here? Wonderful. I'll just delete it, and I'll add it in again later. I'll come back to this with the header thing, if that is a better way to do it. Again, I'm not really proficient in this JavaScript thing. It's very new to me, but now it should work. No, I broke everything. Why is it? God damn it. Okay, let's just go back. Oh, I know. There. Semicolon. Was that really that simple? No, it wasn't. Okay, let's try to revert this back to where we were, and then I'll play around with this later. Then I can do a backup. So we have that normal selector there. This should still be the same. And this one should, oh yeah, this one should count from 3 and up. Like so. And this one should be gone, and this header should be gone. I'll fix that later. There we go. Let's see if that works now. Yes, so now it updates as I'm deleting. Not right though. 200. That's right. 100. Something wasn't right there. Oh yeah, of course. Because from 1 to 4 there is 300 light years. So yes, it is right. Haha, it's just me who can't do math. So yes, this is working now again. We'll come back to this at some point. Right now, I still want to... Yes, exactly limited. I'm trying to calculate, grab x, y, z from each row and then recalculate the distance. But it is working in its current configuration. I mean, if we remove all these systems here and we add, Shinrata Desra, and we add Sol, wow, caps lock, you can see now calculates the distance between Shinrata Desra, and even have Shinrata Desra in there twice. It calculates the distance between those two. So they're doing this a funky way. You should add classes into each x, y, z, and you can just grab the values real easy. write an example, please do. Again, this is the first time I'm writing anything in JavaScript, so this is all very new to me. So any learning that I can get is nice. Okay, while you guys are writing up examples, I think I'll begin looking into this. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. How do you calculate the distances? Are they somehow imported from EDDB or Inara or something? Yes. So basically, every time I'm adding a system, it's a little hacky, but you can see here every row actually has 2 hidden columns where the display type is set to none, so they're not being displayed. Where I'm just storing the X, Y, and Z. So every row actually has 3 extra columns that you can't see. That shows the X, Y, Z position, and those are then computed, or they're not computed, they're captured from, let me see where I can find this, system autocomplete, here, add click. You can see here when I'm adding them, Here I'm building a query towards EDSM where I have the show coordinates tag set, and then that gives me a JSON file back. This JSON file here responds to text. No, here we go. JSON file is then passed over to an object, and based on that object I built the row. Limited. You might be limited by the number of characters you can write. If it's easier for you, then ping it to me directly on Discord. That's probably easier if you're using Discord. But yeah, so that's just being hidden in there, and it's probably not very pretty. But instead of doing a big rewrite of everything right now, I think I want to just go ahead and try to see if we can't get at least the get it to update the start system and get that thing moved to the top. And if we can also manage today to get that moved to the end system, that would be good. Will you be able to type in a nebula like California Nebula? I think if you type in the California Nebula right now, you will have to just type in California. Maybe? Yeah. Then it shows up. So you can't just type in like, you have to type in a system name basically. But if you type in California, it would come up with systems in the California sector, and you can select one of those and add it to the list. So now you get quite a bit of distance to fly. Which EDSM endpoint do you use? I can show you. It's right here. API version 1. It's quite neat. It's very straightforward to use. I'll actually show you here if you guys are interested. There we go. So basically, you can go in and say, I want to get information about a specific system or about multiple systems. That's what I'm doing here. You can get about a sphere around a system or in a cube around a system. So if you want about a single system, you take this URL and then you write question mark, and then the handle is system name. System name equals Sol, for instance. Then I click and you can set, see here I get out a JSON object with just the Sol name, because it just says that system exists, because I haven't set it to show anything. But if I want coordinates, I would just add the tag here saying ampersand, there it is, and show coordinates equals 1. If I request that, it will now also give me the coordinates of the system, which for Sol, of course, is 0, 0, 0, because everything is like centered around the Sol. We can like show permits if we want to see if you need any permits for Sol. Now we know that we do. So show permits equals 1. Boom. We can see here coordinates locked. Require permit equals true. Permit name Sol. Right? Straightforward. And it does this live as you're typing. So as you're typing over here, it does all that lookup. Okay, let's get back to this. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to find the system. Could we just loop over the systems? Or could I just go, what if I like JavaScript get radio button. Selected value. Yes. How to get value of selected radio button. This is what we're looking for. And people says so I can just get the whole list. This would be clever. Does that mean if I go up and look at this? So I built the radio button list with a name. Oh, should I change that name to ID maybe? You know what? I think we'll do that. Yes, we will do that. Oh, but I want the ID. I don't want the value. Thanks for the subs, by the way, yeah. Not easy in this state, but normally very easy. I know, it's probably... Okay, so the problem I'm looking at right now is the system's... The value is the system name, which may not be ideal. Ideally, what I would have to do would be holding... would be holding the row ID, right? But if I hold the row ID, that means whenever I'm moving rows around, I have to update the ID. But okay, Donglor, problem is how we could focus on the algorithm right now, but I need to be able to. So here's what I had in mind for the algorithm, because basically when you're trying to solve the traveling salesman, right? You can do two approaches. The first approach, in general, if you look at it in broad terms, there are two main ways to do this. Approach number one is to go for a method that will always give you the shortest route. No matter what, you will always get the shortest route. And that's fine. But that is often something that doesn't scale very well with a large number of systems, because if we have to brute force our way through all possible combination, it increases with the factorial of the number. So if I calculate 1 factorial, can it do that? Hold on. Can it calculate 1 factorial for me? 1 factorial is good 1. Yes, it can. Okay, so if I have one system, obviously there's only one way it can be. It can only be in one order in one way. If I have two systems, there's only two ways. But when I get up to 3 systems, I can have system number 1 in the first position, and the 2 others can be either like this or like this. And then I can have system number 2 in that position, and I can have the 2 other systems like this or like this. So that means now there should be 6 combinations, and there are. And you can see this is just 3 systems. If we go up to, let's say, let's try something bigger here. Oops, let's say 6 systems. We're up to 720 combinations. So you can see it scales quite rapidly. And if you go to 10 systems, it's already like over 3 million different combinations. Question is, how often would people actually go to those numbers of systems? Because I think the number of systems would, in theory, be relatively small. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would add in 10 systems, right? So I could do 2 things as I see it. Either because I don't want to just go with a brute force method that's gonna go through all possible combinations, because that leaves the site vulnerable to a pretty annoying type of attack, where somebody could go in and add 100 systems to this list and just click optimize route, and it will just completely flatline the servers that it's on, tanking performance for everybody else. I think it would be faster doing a couple of JavaScript tutorials and then moving to a framework like Reactor or Angular. Yes, and exactly as Belmet says there, brute force if the system is less than 8 could be a good limit. Like if we calculate, so 8 factorial is 40,000 combinations, so maybe I'll go even lower, because I really want this to be snappy. I don't want this to have any kind of wait time in it, so it should be something that you can just like 6 factorial was okay, I think. Yeah, so 6 maybe would be a good limit. 7 we're up to 5,000. I think 6 factorial would be a good. So basically, if there are 6 systems or less, you just do the like brute force method. We try all combinations and find the best route. But if you go and have more than 6 systems, then we need to find a system that scales very, very well, that doesn't scale with the factorial of the number, because that is an insane upscaling. And there are different. I have a few ideas for how we could do that. We have some brute force JavaScript that works well for up to 12 systems. Oh. But where did you store it? That's the question. So that means, but again, if we go back and look at the code, or look at the site here, we also have to remember, if people, this makes it even more fun, if people have set a start and end systems, those systems will be forced. So those are not part of the traveling salesman. So let's say we have set it like this. In this case, the only thing I have to check is just those 2 systems in the middle. I have to calculate the length for the full route, but it's only the 2 and 3 system here that is actually being run through the traveling salesman algorithm. That's actually reducing it from 2 systems out of the list, because the start and end point is fixed. Bellarmine just came up with the exact same thing in chat, saying if you know the start and end system, then remove 2 systems from the possible. Yeah. But that means I would have to go and check if they set the start and end system, and if they've done so, I'll need to calculate how many systems are now left in the list, and then based on like how many systems we allow, we're going to brute force it. And if we're not going to brute force it, then we'll have to find another method, and that means we have to write 2 traveling salesman algorithms. And I've been streaming for over an hour now, and I haven't run any of the code I was planning to do today. So that's wonderful. Oh, go away, Audacity. I don't need Audacity. So that's the first thing I want to do. I want to check for start and end systems. And then I want to move those systems to the top of the list and then for the end of the list. And then comes the question is, how do we brute force this? How do we swap this around? I mean, do we... Yeah, I don't know. Do we just insert them into the table, just shuffle them around in here? Good evening, Hastas. Getting stuff done while also not getting stuff done. Exactly. Normally arrays if you don't use HTML tables. Okay. Let's get a array up and running here then. But how do we calculate all the permutations for systems? That is the question. You should prepare better when you research code that. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. What if, because you mentioned it earlier, Donglora, what if we, instead of storing the XYZ position, have a global array? I haven't been working with global arrays. Again, this is my first JavaScript ever, so it's going to be interesting here. If we work this in a global array instead of having it stored in cells, then it doesn't matter that the system name is the value in the radio button list, because that means we can just use that as a... Hold on. How do you... Can you make hash tables in JavaScript? JavaScript. Hash table. Algorithms in JavaScript. Hash tables. Hash tables in JavaScript. Wonderful. How does hash tables work in JavaScript? New object. Short example of associating array. Okay, so so arrays and hash tables are the same. Or no? What do you got for me, Jungle Laura? Let system name la la da da Shinrata Deshra and location of Shinrata Deshra. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna play around with this, see if I can make this work. Because if we could hold a global... So I could just go with curly brackets, and then I get a hash table, and then I could just add stuff to it. Show the value stored. Use if has own property. Hold on. For var co. Okay, so it gets all the... Key is co and value is yes. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to try to write this over to a hash table, because then we really... So how does global tags works in JavaScript? JavaScript global variables. Scope, yes. Oh, but hold on. Does this work now that I'm using multiple script blocks? Does script blocks go globally between those? Yeah, okay. My point is, if I go down here and I declare a variable here, let's go somewhere else. Let's go here, where when I add the system, Windows.hack is ugly. Okay, so if I just declare it here and I say var, let's call this for, what should we call it? System coordinates. Where do I get the X, Y, and Z components? I can't even remember. Chords. Okay, let's just call this array for system chords, and we should make that with curly brackets like so. And then when we add a system, this should declare this globally. And then when we add the system, so that means there's no way in hell this is going to work on the first try. Comment this out. We don't need those rows. And then system cell name that is set there. And then here we're going to comment this out. Why is there so many white or blank lines here? System chords. How do they append again? Oh, they just add system names. Got it. Yeah. So I just go there, and then I put system name in there, and then I put that equal to JSON response chord X. Can I do like this? Something like that. Oh, it does not like that, does it? Not at all. Nope, it's not. Okay, I will have to then declare those outside, I guess. Var X. Ah. Is that a thing? So I need, oh, okay, so this is just, it's just JSON. Okay, got it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this lowercase because I'm gonna get completely. There we go. Thank you, Bounty Stickman, for dropping by. Okay, so that should just give us an array, I guess. So now I can then call it. So if I wanted to call it now, I would just be able to go like that. I guess. Yes, maybe. This means that yes, so that means now we have an array with all these coordinates in. Perfect. And the key is the system name. So let's go through this. And you're sure if I declare this here, I'll have access to it in the other script blocks as well, right? Okay, we're gonna handle the removing of this later. We'll have, of course, to do something with the remove thing. You know what? I should actually do this instead, because this is a lot easier to like get an overview of what on earth is going on. Yeah, okay, that's a special one. I'm just gonna do this instead because now I can actually see the function names. Maybe I should just do one big script block instead of all this crap. Where does this go to? It goes to there. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do something quick here. We're just gonna do a backup. Because now we're gonna begin on a quite massive code rewrite. And if we do that and things get messed up, I would be really sad. And I don't want to have to sit and try to go back to where I were. Okay, so we have that function there. We're going to remove these script tags here. Same with system courts. Move that up there. Like so. And move those. And move those two. And those two. This is gonna be quite a bit cleaner, I think. Ah. This thing goes up here as well. Thank you, Dog Laura. Okay, so that is that. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Minimize this. Okay, so now we should only have one big script block with everything inside. And what we then just gonna give me so much better overview. Oh, we just I'm working on the backup now. Great. We just hold on. Let me just give me a second here. This is the wrong window. Hold on. This is the window. Let's just load the other one. Backup. There we go. Now we're using the backup instead. So the backup is the new live code. That's completely fine. Makes perfect. Okay. I'm just gonna go to the add systems here, and I'm gonna take system courts. I'm gonna re-enable this. I'm going to disable this. We are gonna use it, but I just want to see if it works. Let's get chat back. And I just want to see if this works the way we wanted to with everything in one script block. So basically, I should now be able to go, whoa, should at least the autocomplete works. The add system works. Can I copy things to clip holder? Yes, I can. Can I remove things? It's still updating. So this works just fine. Perfect. Optimized route is a little, what the hell happened to that? Okay. Never mind. Yes, backup is the new live. Good programming practice. Yes, this will not. See, there's a benefit to live streaming when you're actually programming, because that means if I ever go back, like, what did I do? I forgot what I changed. I can always go back and rewatch the live stream here when it's done. Okay, so now we know that apart from that one moving for some odd reason that I have no idea why, but leave that be for now. Now we know that this works, and that means we can now go in and we can actually just go Control C our way up back to getting. There we go. That's the point. So now we're going to disable that. It's now not gonna add that into the code or into the table. And I know some of them will still have that. So what's the next thing we do? Next thing we do is this is now added there. That's the add system. Get route length, we need to update that, right? So now, so yeah, current X and previous X, that's fine. But right now what we're doing is we are getting the table, that's fine. And then we're setting the route length, we're setting our variables, we're getting all the rows from the table. That's also fine, we're looping over them. But now instead, we are gonna go system name. System name equals to actually we need both a previous system name and with a current system name. I'm a big fan of yes, sorry, the system 1, 2, 3 is just placeholder systems that are used for testing. It's so they will be replaced or they will be removed once in the final version. This is just test stuff, so I don't have to sit and add systems to the table every single time I want to do this. That was the other thing we're doing with the header. We'll do that later. No problem. Okay, so now we can get the previous system name is table row I-1 cell number 0.inner.html. And we're gonna get the current system name, which is the exact same thing, only that we do not have a -1 there. We can just delete this, I guess, for now. Actually, let's wait with deleting it. What am I doing? I'm just setting, I still need, okay, I actually do need this. Previous X is then system coords. Yes, system coordinates. System coords. And we're gonna key us into the previous system name .x. Yeah, like so. And we're gonna remember our semicolon. I have forgotten, like, the number of times I've forgotten a semicolon in this thing is just not even funny. What the hell happened there? Okay, I think I managed to close my debug console down there. That's okay. Gonna replace that, and this is gonna be y, and this is gonna be set, and this is gonna be y, and this is gonna be set, and then we're gonna change this to current system and name. There we go. And now we should be able to still just update it live, I guess. One problem in file, hold on. Let's try it anyway, see what happens. Removing this, of course, doesn't work because these systems have not been added yet, so we need to add new systems now. Shinrata Desra, add. Ha, that didn't work. Okay, whee, wonderful. Okay, something's messed up. Add system click is clearly not working. Okay, I want to figure out which part is not working. So I'm just gonna disable the getting route length, see if that's the problem. See, how did I manage to remove my... Thank you, Aubrey. That's awesome. Thanks for the $2 donation. No. So even without that, it's still broken. Hold on, maybe because we need to remove the rows here. Now I'm going a little bit more aggressive here in my coding style. Just outright delete stuff. Did you change function parameter types? No, I don't think so. I mean, it's clearly adding a row, but what's funny, that's why I'm still running this with borders on, because you can see it looks like it's only adding one cell. Did I save this? Yes, I did. Yeah, so it's only adding the first cell, and it's not even getting the information into that. So what's going wrong here? It's clearly running because it's doing something, right? Got it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. When I commented out these cells, the cell numbers didn't add up anymore, or the cell indexes didn't add up anymore because I took out 3s. I think that might have an impact here. Ha! Boom! There we go. And question is now if I just remove all these systems here, and I now go Shinrata Desra, it does not update because I've disabled that in the script. So I'll go with an aggressive type. This is after all just I have the original still, so I can keep working with that if I want to. We're gonna try to re-enable this like so, and just start by emptying that. Shinrata Desra, boom. And if I add Soul, oh, it updated. Yes, look at that. Look at that right there. Whee! Oh, that's nice. I love this. Okay, getting somewhere. We're getting stuff to work that already works. Yay! Okay. So that was that one. The system autocomplete, we don't need to do anything about that one. The remove click we do. Right? So when we remove a yes, so and this is still fine. This is still fine, the whole updating down here. But what we need to do now is we will need to remove that from that system array, right? So system courts will have to be emptied. Or have to remove it from system courts. So how do we do that? We do that by, we have the tr parent get input element parent. That's the, so this is the table row. Right. So this is the table row. And if we go, what was the add system click we had here? Where we just saw we could get, no, it was not that one, it was this one. .cells 0, yes. This is also table row. So if I just go and say here and just add a comment, remove from system courts, because in case someone removes the systems and then add it again, oh, but what if people add the same system twice? God damn it. I'll have to test that in a bit. You're gonna go var system name dot cells 0. What did I do? Inner HTML? Yes. .0 dot inner HTML. That's the system name. And then you said, I just want to Google it because I just want to see. Remove. Delete. Delete this item key. Ah, okay. So what you're saying is all I then have to do is just go with small d. I know this is case sensitive like hell. Delete system called system name. Like so. And then we're going to remove row from table, update system, no, update route length. Nice. Should we try that? So now we should be able to still click. No, click. No, it doesn't work. Okay, let's get this thing to work first. Okay, remove click. That should not be a dash, that should be a dot. Hey, hey, it works. Okay, next update we need to do. That was that remove. Copy is still the same, I think. TD system name, yes. Yes, that's still the same. But clear all, we need to update. Okay. So this one is the clear all button that should just, I'll show you the functionality of it. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. Boom, it clears everything, right? So what we need to do is here, when we are looping over all the rows, basically, as long as there's still, this is a bit hacky. As long as I haven't removed the header, I'm going to, this is quite clever. Table rows. I'm not using this anymore. This can go. And then just to be consistent, I'm gonna move this down here. Delete that and go var. So that is a completely separate thing. So we're getting the system table, then we're looping over the table. As long as it has more than 2 rows in it, we're gonna keep deleting it. But we're gonna make a new variable here, and we're gonna call that for current row. And current row is equal to select system tables dot rows and index 2, and then we're gonna get, we're just gonna system name dot 2 dot cells 0 dot inner HTML. There we go. So we take the table, we go to the second row, we go to the first cell, or the third row, go to the first cell, we get the inner HTML, that's the system name. And then we're gonna go delete system courts system name. I want to test something now. Remove all. Oh, that seems to work. Okay. I'm just going to add sol a bunch of times. That seems to work. Oh, here. Okay, here's a fun thing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to add sol. We're going to add Shinrata Desra. Yes. And we're going to add sol again. Now, when I click remove, see, it couldn't update it. It didn't update the route because sol is in the list twice, which is completely legal. That is a completely fair way to use the tool. But because I'm now storing this in an array, god damn it. Because I'm now storing it in an array up here, somewhere else, like a hidden array, when I remove the sol system, see, then it updates, right? If it removes Shinrata Desra, it sets it back to 0. What if I add Shinrata Desra again? Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Has Sol been removed? Oh. Hold on. Oh, god damn it. Something is messed up with this list. Okay, let me get, I need you guys' input here. What if I never removed anything from that system? You know what? That's what we're gonna do. What if I never removed anything? So instead of deleting this, like, we're not gonna delete it. Like, get that away. Just delete the row, that's fine. Just like so. And the remove click here, we're not gonna remove that either there. Like so. Keep it exactly as Ibner. Hello Ibner, by the way. So when we go to the add the system and we're going to the point where we are going to populate this array, I'm basically going to say if can you do this? Does this thing support something like this? Basically, if not, small if. Oh, I have cap lock on. There we go. I don't know if this is this valid syntax. What I'm basically saying is whenever I add a new system to the list, I'm just checking if I do not have that key. Let me ask, oh mighty Google. JavaScript, check if hash table has key. Determine if value exists in JavaScript hash table. Yes, thank you. Oh, mighty Stack Overflow. New value equal hash table some value. Hash table to some value, some value. Even if the key exists just, oh, yeah, okay, that's a fair point actually. Why even bother checking? Just overwrite it, because we'll just overwrite it with the same data again. So we just every time. And that means, yes, we will be holding a list of unnecessary systems, but who cares? So now, if I just update this and we just remove all these temporary systems, and we just go Sol, add Sol, boom, yes. And we go Shinrata Desra, add Shinrata Desra, and we go, we're gonna add Sol again, yeah, and now we're gonna remove Sol, boom, yes, that worked, yes, exactly, 99 little bucks in the code, 99 little bucks, take one down, patch it around, 47,100 little bucks in the code. That seems about this live stream. I haven't done anything I was planning today. Anyway, that works. So that means that's a lot more elegant. Beautiful. That means all that other clear all. We don't need to do anything. Common locations. That works. That's so true. It hurts. That's my life. Okay. So now we can get back to the task at hand. Is check for checks for user start system and move it to the top. So now we need to go back to that tab that I most likely closed. Yes, JavaScript. Get radio button selected value. So I could just go var, let's call this start system name, and what do we call that radio list? We call that start dash list. There we go. Get value, boom. And for good measures, we are just gonna try to put the system name in there so we can just see what it will actually do right now. This is just for testing purposes. Save that. Okay, so if I click optimize, okay, so if I click system 1 and optimize, it doesn't work. If I click there and that, okay, it didn't work. Great, okay. Worth a try, I guess. Start system name, get document element, like by ID. I didn't ID the list. I should change this. Can I get it by name? Elements by name. It's not the right one I'm changing, it's this one.
Donating towards your next video, the blunderbuss soloing wing assassination missions.
I'll give it a go, I promise. Why is it elements? Why is it not element? I only want a single element. But okay, I guess there should only be one that has the name system list. Okay, let's see if this works. It might. Undefined. Well, that... Is it undefined? No, value is system name 2. Okay, no, we gotta go back to the trusty old ID, because that, we know that works. Just gonna, yes. Oh, but then I need to, can I ID the list? The crew selector. Oh, but where did we put, I had the crew selector somewhere. Hold on. Where do we put the crew selector? I had it as an example code at some point in time. System autocomplete. I don't think it was there. I think it was in the add system maybe, but I cleaned that code up. That thing is... There it is. Get route length. Okay. Let's try to do it that way then. Let's see what we get. Yeah, but so now what, Dunklor? I'm trying to select a list by its name of the list. I have this list, this radio button, and the name of the list is defined. This is what groups it together, right? Because that should be the ID, but we do not have an ID on this list because it's not a unique thing, it's multiple thing. Oops. Yes, radio buttons are grouped by name. If checked property will tell you whether the element is selected. Hold on. What are you doing, bunnies? Okay. Get element by ID. Hold on, do you guys have it actually managed to make it work here? I just added inputs, okay. Hold on, what is this system doing? Delete system. Render system. Calculate distance. Add system click. Ah. This might work. Hold on, let me try this. So you're saying I'm just gonna try this out because if that works, that's quite neat actually. Document crucial at the name. But this only gives me a single element with that name. Right? Try to zoom in. Yeah, because you're just crewing those inputs. Sol, let's just try to see how does this work. Oops. Yeah, I'll need that value. But okay, so here's the thing I'm trying to do, because I'm not sure. What I'm trying to do now is I'm going to get the system name, basically what they're doing here, but I for some reason can't get to work. I'm trying to get a, yeah. Ah. So if I just make the start list here, and is it crew selector all? Is that what you call it? Before? That should give me a list, right? Of all the start systems, like of all these inputs here. All the start inputs, right? And then I can go for for I equals 0 and I less than start list dot length I plus plus. And I don't know why I got a curly or square bracket there. That was not part of the plan. Yeah, but I can loop over a node list. That doesn't matter. I'll just in here. Or do I have... Can't I just go... So you're saying I can't just do that dot if basically this dot was it, what did they call, just checked? Dot checked. Again, the casing. If that dot checked, like so. If it is checked, then comma start system name, then start system name equals to I dot value. I mean, something like that I want. Let's check if this works. My guess is most likely not. Update that. Oh, it did. Look at that. So now we can actually get the start system name. Astro, why not pull out the start as end system stored in a variable and add it? That's what we're doing now. I just pulled out the start system name. So now that we have the start. Oh, this is stupid though. Why am I doing it like this? Hold on. Because I need to have the row handle anyway, because I need to move it now. I think, hold on, okay, give me a second here, I'm just thinking. If I go and say, I'm just gonna, like, and I know, Donglora, I should change this over, and I will. You're gonna remove all the table rows. There we go. Right, so now I'm just looping over the table rows. And then I'm gonna go 0, 1, 1. Index 1. Yes. Or should I just do this anyway? You know what? We are going to do this anyway. It's maybe not as stupid as I thought. So now we get this. Okay, so we're going to change this up here. I'm going to go get start and end system names. We're gonna do this again, but this time we're gonna do it for the, okay, it's just called end list. For the end list, we're gonna have start system name, and we're gonna have the end system, okay. End system name. We're gonna call this one for the end list. End list. End list. This one there too. End list. Okay, so now we're getting that. We're getting that. So now we have those two systems. Oh, I can. That's actually pretty neat. So you're saying what I can do is just go checked equals checked, and then go dot value, well, small v, value, like so, and then say start system, and then I don't need this. That would be a lot easier if we can just do that. Nope, crashed. Probably because I'm gonna just remove this again. It depends on if you have the name on the radio. But I do have the name of the radio. It's start list. Checked equals checked. Undefined. Why is this undefined? Ah, yes, of course. Whoops. That's me, I added the all earlier. Well, that's not working. Prezi says it's a list, so I need to add, is it still a list? Is that it? Nope. Yes, I only have one checked in that list. Can show the makeup, like how the radio buttons are set up. Set up like this. Ah, okay, hold on. Just gonna check it again. Nope. So what we're basically interested in looking at these rows here. Is that what you want to see? Oh, we want to look at this row probably. Nope. That row. It doesn't have anything though. Why? Because I think maybe this one. What? This one has. Why is this one? This one is set to checked, but it was done so in the code. See, this one is just set to checked. Oh, that's not the right Chrome. This is the right Chrome. That is the none value up here. That just gave me this one, basically. Why is it not updating the checking of the different things? So basically what you're saying is if I go in here, and instead of writing empty string, I write none. None. And now go here, and then I click optimize. It's still not working though. I just don't get it why it's not moving the check mark. Why this still says this one is checked. It's weird, it worked when we just took the list of nodes. You can see it here. I could check with, and that worked. Do I need to do something like that? Just have the checked mark? Yeah, that is it. I didn't have to write check equals checked. Just had to do that. So what if I do this now? Okay. So now it is figuring out that, yeah, now it's picking up this value none here. Let's just for good measures call it none underscore test, just so that it's not like none is a reserved word. Don't think it is. Did I save that? Yes, I did. Yes, so now it's picking it up. But if I go to that one, it still thinks the first one is checked. It's not updating. I agree. Is it because these other ones do not have the checked variable at all? Oh, mighty Google. HTML radio button checked not changing. If you have multiple of the same name with the checked attribute, it will take the last check radio button on the page. Do we want to accept them? Ah. Because you can actually write it as checked equals checked as well, it seems. So I could potentially do something like that. And then I think that your method here... Hold on, let me try something. Now I think I could do this, as you mentioned before. Yes, okay. So... Okay, that's Internet Explorer issues. Okay, but what is the opposite of checked? Is it what would you set the check value to if you didn't check it? Like, what would the opposite value be? Would that be not checked, or what I want to try and do is I want to try and set this variable on all these rows here. You remove it. The crew selector returns only the radio button. Yeah, that's okay. Because the value of the radio button is the system name. I don't need to move all the way up to why are these TH though? That's not right. That's some copy paste errors for you right there. Okay, Pressure, I'm gonna try that in a second. Hold on. Yes, okay. Pressure suggested that we try, let me see here, document crew selector. Oh, but it's not in a form. Let me try this anyway. What happens if we do let's just type radio I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's try something like this. Right now everything is worth a shot. And then have that out, X out the curly brackets. So let's try to see what this has to say to this. No, didn't want to do that. Try removing the checked on the none and manually selected in Chrome. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna go back to. Just gonna undo some of this. This one. This one was the one that actually somewhat worked. Yes, that could capture that. So what happens if we... Oh, hold on. I have 2 checked here now. That's not right. But let's try to remove these. That one and that one. Do you have any other ideas, Donglora? I'm open to suggestions. Try putting input first. Like that. Too many planes, I think. What I don't understand is I can't see it anywhere why it would. Hold on, it also this one is highlighted in red. One problem with this file. Oh, those planes. Yes, got it. Now, oh, and something's completely messed up here. That should be right. I don't know what the hell happened to my debug console. Damn it. Don't you just use invalid double plane? What do you mean? Ah, come on. Okay, let's go back to what I debug console in browser. Let's try this again. Close that. That works. It's not updating. Why is it not updating? Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna try something here. Bear with me for a second. Do a lot of undos here. Hold on. No, that's okay. No, this is not working either. I just thought I would try to go back to at least one thing that was working earlier, but I'll change this again. Any console errors in Chrome? I'll check that in a second. Give me a second. Oh, hold on. These are actual headers. EMD list does defined. Hold on. There's a typo. There. What? Hey, it's working now. But why did I lose my centering? Oh, because it changed away from being a header. Fuck me. You know what? Fuck it. No, we're gonna do this right. God. Is it center? Okay, it's with an O. Does that work? Nope, does not. Hold on, was that the issue all along? TD align center, yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, Pressy. Oh. Thanks for the follow, yeah. See, TD, okay. Okay, so far so good. Let's just try. I'm gonna keep this for the end list because I have a suspicion that we're gonna coming back to this in a second. So if we go back to the query selector there, and actually no, let's just keep this here for a second. Okay, so that worked with the centering. And that one there, and that one there. Huh, okay. So we can't see it changing the selecting, like the check attribute on it. But what we're doing now is we're saying if that dot checked, so we've tried just going like that. Will that work? And there was some. I'm just going to try this. See if we just go checked there, comment this out. That should give us that value. Does this work? No. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna bother too much with this for now. If it's gonna be acting up like that, I'll let it act up. Let it. Well, why is that a problem? Why is this aligned in red? Yes, I can always. Let's just for now. Let's just keep going and see where we get, and then we can work that out later. I'm just gonna quickly get this alignment back where it was before. Okay. And we probably need to go down to the add system click. Here I actually have a center target here. I shouldn't have that. But I should be able to add an attribute. New row, insert cell. Start cell. Can I update this somehow? .inner HTML. Can I just go .align? So would I be able to do something like start cell align equals small letters, probably center? Would that work? I don't know. What happens if I add a system? Let's see, why is that not working anymore? Okay, it is. Perfect. Getting good at guessing. Okay, where are we at now? So now we have the end system name and the start system name. So next up, we're gonna loop over all the... Yes. I'm thinking here, what do we do now? Okay, Echo. I know. So we're gonna go and we're gonna loop over all the rows, and we're gonna say if table rows, if the current row we're at, dot cells 0 dot inner HTML equals start system name. How do I do this? God damn it, I forgot. Are we at that point now, Dog Laura? I think you're actually right. No, I just want one thing to work here. Just give me a second. Where is that? God damn it. Clear all. Skal du gå her, JavaScript, move table row, move table rows. If index is not 0, current row insert before. What? This code makes no sense to me. What's this example? You have to use insert before and insert after method of jQuery to insert before and after the DOM element repeat respectively. The sample code is like target inner HTML equals up if index is not equals 0, current row bad idea. Okay, another solution then. Get selected row. Up and down. Okay. Yes. Okay, this makes more sense to me. Do we get the rows? If directory equals up, if index is greater than 1, parent insert before. Okay, so you take the row's own parent node and you say insert before, then you take the row itself. And okay, that's pretty straightforward. So basically, I'll get this over here so I actually see it while I'm writing this. I should be able to say if the table row blah 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 is equal to system name, then I can take table row, where did it go? Table row I dot parent node dot insert before, the dot there, right? And then I insert the table row I'm actually going to, instead of insert before, I'm going to go insert after. And I'm going to insert it after table rows 1. There's absolutely no chance that this is going to work at the first go. But if I take that and I click optimize, it's now undefined. Why is this now undefined? Okay. Let's just comment this out in case this messed something up. Now it's undefined. Why? This was working a second ago. What did I change? What did I change? Undefined. What? Start list, start and end list, yeah. If checked. That value dot value. I don't understand. Anyone got anything at all? What the hell? Hold on. Ah, I have checked standing there. I shouldn't have that. I don't know why I added that again. Undefined. 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 And I also need crew selector all. There we go. I got it now. Yes, now it's working. Okay. Okay, so far so good. That's working. Let's re-enable this. And what we're doing here is move start system to the top. There we go. Insert after is not a function. So it says doesn't know insert after. Why though? Why? It takes the rows and it takes the parent node. Did I forget like a semicolon, something stupid? Yes. Yes, I did. Just try that, see what happens now. I don't think that was it, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway. Nope. It still says that the parent node insert after. Yeah, but I don't want to append it. Okay, let's see if we can find a better example of people moving, how to move table rows up and down in JavaScript. Table row to move equals, hold on, here's some code. Move down, right table. Yes, okay. Table row to move equals 0, previous row equals nothing, and current row. So they loop over all the rows. For E. And then they go row to move. What? Send up. Current row and previous row. Previous row, parent node. Oh, I can't do that on itself. Or is that the problem? Is it because it doesn't? Yeah, it's I think the problem is it doesn't allow this. It doesn't allow that I move the row by referencing itself. We can do a quick test of that though, because we have this. We have table rows. Hold on, buddy. Bonnie's deciding to eat things while you're trying to live stream. Now, so what I was saying is we have all the table rows here, and what I can just do is just make a, let's call this one header row. And that's just all the table rows. Minus one is that cable up. I think we're still live. That's just table row 1, right? Because we're starting from 2. Yes, so we're just gonna go header row, and that is the first or the last header row. So what if I go here? I then go header row dot parent node. That's very similar to the example they're doing here, right? Where they're just taking, that was essentially the previous row that we're sending in here. Current row, previous row. We go previous row, which is our header row. Parent node, insert before. They go insert before again. Okay, I have no idea. This be okay. We're just gonna check. Maybe they only have insert before. Maybe they do not have insert after. Is that a problem? This is gonna look pretty stupid now, but that's okay. If we can get it to work, it's worth a shot. That worked. So now the problem is, does insert after exist? Okay, insert after does not exist. You have to insert it before something. So that just means that I just, instead of making the header row, I can just go back to that one. Instead of taking the header row, we're just going to take table rows No, that's actually okay. We are going to use the header row, but instead of putting 1 here, we're just going to put 2. Basically the position we want to put it in. And now it can take and move things. Haha! Look at that. And it can move the row up so that it is now always the start system. Move start system, yeah. And then we just need one last thing. Well, for today, there needs a lot more stuff, right? If start system name equals to end system name. So those are the same. We need to duplicate a row. JavaScript duplicate table row. Create clone of table row and append it to the table. Create row, clone row. So you just go clone node true. Perfect. So that means I should be able to just take actually, you know what? We're gonna put this clause no, we're gonna do this separately. Or are we? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna take all of this and add it. No, hold on. We need to do this in both cases. Let's keep that there. That's fine. And if they are the same, we're going to do something else. We're going to do something else. Else we're pretty much going to do that again. We're going to loop over the rows. And if it is equal to that. Oh, but we don't have insert after. Ugh. Oh, I need to clone it. Oh, yeah, okay. You know what, guys? What time is it? Okay, it's almost midnight. I would need to clone it, but I need to go to bed now, and I need a bio break anyway right now. I can't focus because I really need a bio break. But I think we're gonna call it for today. I didn't get as far as I hoped I would, but that's okay. As I said in the beginning, I'm really new to JavaScript, and this is getting along nicely. Not as fast as I hoped, but it's getting there nice and slow. And once we get the systems, then we can actually begin doing that. Yeah, but if that's exactly the thing I want to do, Pressy. If you use the same system for start and end. Oh, but if they need to be... Okay, there's a lot of cases here I need to handle. Yeah, you know what? I'll need to figure that out at some point. Is code available anywhere? Not yet. I might publish the code at some point once it's done, but for now it's just on my desktop. But I'll probably upload it to my GitHub once it's in a little bit better state, to be honest. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it for today. Let me find the end screen. There it is. I really hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Something different, but I hope you found it fun, found it interesting anyway. At least I think it's fun doing something slightly different. And I know it's maybe not as popular as Flying Elite, but hey, I enjoyed this, and well, hopefully at some point this code is going to make its way to EliteGuides.info. The site is under construction, but you can already go now and see the stuff that's there. There's some other small things that I've built and put over there, like the shield tester, and there's some half-finished guides. But again, it's under construction, but please go have a look and let me know if there's anything you like, if there are things you think I should change. Then I'm very open for feedback. And if you want to write your own guides, if you feel like there's a topic in Elite that you know a lot about and you want to write a guide about it, get in touch with me and we'll figure something out. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks a lot to you guys who donated. Thanks to Don Gloro for monitoring the chat once again and coming with good suggestions and telling me that I'm using the wrong language. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Hope I'll see you guys in space.